Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
Hey, hello. Wow, are we all doing today, guys? Welcome to another day of StarCraft 2. Today we have a best of 9 series between Zest and INnoVation. It should be absolutely amazing. Both are ready and they are saying go, go, go. They're also talking a lot of Korean. I tried to explain them one more time that it is in fact a best of 9. Hopefully they understood me. You know, always good to double check with them as well. Pretty sure they did. Anyway. Looks like they are ready to get things rolling in the first game here. And I hope you're all strapped in, guys. Because, you know what? I mean, Zest might be the best, but INnoVation's pretty darn good himself. And he's been on a roll again. It's been a while since he came back from military service. So, you know what? I think he might be getting a hang of the StarCraft 2 again. Quite handily. Anyway. Let me actually get this up and rolling for you guys. Also, it would be nice if we managed to get some sort of a text over there on the INnoVation side of things. The barcode. Actually, it's a bit of a INnoVation. There we go. Is there a background color? Yeah, there's the background color. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry for this. I always get a little bit flustered when they do come with the thingamajig. Anyway, looking okay. 100%. There it is. Okay, INnoVation. INnoVation. All right, should be good here. Anyway, guys, we have in the bottom right side of the map the blue Terran player. He is from Korea, as we all know, as his opponent is as well. Anyway, it is INnoVation. Let me actually grab this a little bit further along the text. Move this to the right. There we go. His opponent. Okay, looking good. Looking good. His opponent in the top left side of the map. It's the Protoss player. It is the best, and it is Zest. The one and only. Also, after a best of 9 series, we will be having a winner's interview with whoever takes this series. Ajin's son will be there accompanying us and smoothing out the entire process, as my Korean is not that great. unfortunately. As much as I would love to be able to speak Korean, I never managed to do so. Anyway, both players going for the quick expand here. Perhaps the Nexus a little bit on the safe side here. Going for the Cybercore first and the Gateway first, of course. Factory on the way as well for INnoVation. Looking rather standard so far. Looking rather smooth. He's going to have a scout. The Adept over here does have the Protoss back though. And Twilight Council is gonna be the decision here from Zest. Most likely will be that Stalker play, right? That is what he's most known for, at least in the TVP matchup. That's what I've been seeing him do pretty much all the time. Getting those Blink Stalkers and in hefty number 2. And really popularizing that Blink play. I mean, it is very versatile. It helps out against a lot of aggression, right? It helps out against medavacs. It helps out against any sort of early on, maybe Hellion play, maybe Reapers as well, I suppose. But then again, you wouldn't be seeing that many Reapers anymore after you get Blink. But yeah, it's just really good overall, and it hands you so much map control and overall mobility, where you can just pick units off before they even get close to your base by having your Stalkers be positioned on the other side of the map here. Now, INnoVation did see the Twilight Council, so I'm imagining that he kind of has a pulse on what is going on, right? I mean, if you see the Twilight Council from Zest in a TVP, most likely that will be Blink. It will be amazing to see him one day just roll out a sudden Charge Slot's Archon composition or something like that and completely blindside anyone and everybody. But you know what? That has not happened yet. Maybe later on in the best of 9, who knows? But you know what? Zest is just one of these really safe players that loves to be aggressive with those Stalkers. And you know what? He's probably one of the best Protoss players that uses them. So, or at least the best at using them. Makes a lot of sense. INnoVation fully aware of that third base that did get created here. And it looks like he is just going to get ready for a 2-base pressure push here. He's getting his Stimpack, getting his engineering bay as well. The one thing I'm wondering about is that his engineer or factory doesn't have a add-on yet. And there it goes, just as I was talking about it. Reactor gonna be added on here. So most likely we will be seeing a couple of Widow Mines here. And again, Blink Stalkers, great against Widow Mines. You want to try to fly some Widow Mines into my base? Well, I mean, good luck with that, buddy. A couple of Stalkers, more than enough to deal with that, especially with that Blink. Gonna make it so much easier for the Protoss player to suddenly jump underneath any type of medevac or on top of the Widow Mines before they actually burrow. So very cool stuff here. And Zest, what is he doing? He's gonna get charged and 4 more gateways are being added here. Looks like he just is aware of what INnoVation wants to do most of the time with his 2-base aggression. And he's getting a lot of gateways to start prepping up against a full INnoVation aggression off of the 2-base. Only now kind of scouting around with his Stalkers to see if there is a 3rd base on the way. But I think he already realizes what is coming over towards his side of the map. He saw the bunker getting a sneaky little worker kill there as well with those Stalkers, but oh, actually INnoVation going in shape of the drop here, gonna circumvent those Stalkers on the opposite side of the map. A very cool maneuver here. Already outmaneuvering Zest here a little bit. If those Stalkers stay on this side of the map, that could prove a little bit worrisome for him. For he will not have that many forces at home, obviously. Does have a couple of sentries and zealots and a immortal here, but that's not going to be enough. And now this push coming out from the main base, it's you know what, it's very delayed. Actually, he's coming in from behind. It looks like he wants to try and sandwich these Stalkers in the middle of the map, and they get recalled out. So not too much being found in damage wise there for INnoVation. Just playing it safe, gonna keep his forces together here. Was a cool maneuver, trying to catch those units just outside of their regular positioning. A great attempt, but didn't fully work out. INnoVation here, stimming, trying to fight off the Gateway army, and maybe a little bit overzealous here from Zest. Walking in when he didn't have that many units, actually, and now INnoVation feeling more than comfortable to start going into the main base with all his medevacs filled up to the brim with the Marauders, with the Marines as well. Widowmine's gonna connect onto a couple of Zealots, actually hitting the medevac there too, and a couple of the Bioforces. Maybe not the greatest Widowmine hits in the world, but still there is another force of Bio running in towards the third base, but a quick warp in from Zest. Gonna be able to negate any type of real damage being taken there for now. As this drop for INnoVation has kind of backfired. Splitting up his forces when maybe he didn't necessarily have to. Trying to find damage a little bit too quickly perhaps. And then letting the Widowmines hit his own forces too, unfortunately. Oh my god, that is so cool. Hallucination setting off the Widowmines. How often do you see that? Not that often at all, let me tell you. It's really nice to see though. Very efficient there from Zest. Very smart play using those units in such a way. There's still a Widowmine in the main base here for Zest, but it's not really in any position that Zest has to worry about. Even if it does unburrow and try to move towards that mineral line, there's more than enough Stalkers here to deal with it. So it's going to be very difficult. And Zest looking like he wants to take a fourth base actually before INnoVation even really secured his own third base. I guess now it is setting up into towards a orbital though. So there we are. Okay, now it is. And the Nexus hasn't started yet, so looks okay for INnoVation overall. He's a little bit behind, of course, with such a push off of 2 base. You definitely want to do more damage than that. Killing off a lot of the Gateway forces is a nice way to kind of slow down your Protoss opponent, right? It forces them not to go straight into a massive amount of AoE damage, such as Storm or Disruptor, Colossus, whatever the Protoss feels like. And we are seeing actually a couple of medevacs coming in here, trying to help out the forces that were stuck here in the top left side of the map. Liberators sieging up too. There were 2 more medevacs there. I guess they tried to go to the right side there, using the Chaos as well over here. The Widowmines and Disruptors giving a nice protective place for these stimmed Bioforces to harass the Protoss as much as possible. Look at that, doing quite a bit of damage here, but still has to retreat ultimately though. 11 probes do go down, and it looks like there is a little bit of counter-aggression from Zest, but INnoVation having more than enough to deal with this. Even a couple of Liberators being like, don't worry guys, we'll get them soon enough. We'll just siege up and oh my god, they're already gone. Alright, try again. Oh, yep, Liberators. Would be nice to have them siege up a little bit further, but yeah, it's really difficult, of course, to make that happen. It's like trying to shoot biles that take even longer to drop down. Anyway. Alright, so a lot of Liberators are being created. Actually only having 3 medevacs here. A very minimal count of the healing flyers. And, I mean, it's kind of interesting actually. A very heavy Liberator style. I think it would work well against the Colossus, of course, but I'm still kind of worried about the Bioforces. INnoVation cannot afford to stim up that much, and it's going to be difficult as well if he wants to try and retreat anywhere. Alright, Liberators are sieged up. Here they go, trying their best to knock out the Protoss forces. I would love to see a little bit of target fire on those Colossus with the Liberators, but we're just not seeing it. Trying to shoot down as much Gateway forces as possible. It seems more Bioforces streaming in, but the Warp Prism here allowing Zest to warp in a lot of units, and Zest takes game number 1. INnoVation in a little bit of trouble there. Very unfortunate for him. Definitely wanted to do more damage with that first push, and didn't really get to reset enough of the economy or technology or army composition or anything really, right, for Zest there in that first push. Zest just fully aware of what INnoVation wanted to do. The map pool is all but Triton after 7 games. Alright, just explaining the map pool here as well. Hope that is clear now for INnoVation. Anyway, guys, tournaments like these would not be possible without the help of great sponsors such as 24-Hour Fitness. 24-Hour Fitness has been busy with keeping us all fit, all us beautiful players of the esports universe. Even before esports was a thing, for over 30 years they've been at it. 24-Hour Fitness helps people 24 hours a day to get them in shape and into the body physique that they would appreciate the most and desire, of course, as well. So they they truly have a magnificent amount of possibilities for you to work out there. They have weights, cardio machines, studio classes, all sorts of different classes, and awesome personal trainers to help you out with them as well. So if you want to go work out at the place where they give you the most support for esports as well. It would be very much appreciated. Anyway, check them out, guys, if you do want to be more involved with fitness. Go, go, go. Zest. Ready? Go. Okay. Okay, looks like they both are ready again. Here we go. Into game number 2, guys. Zest taking a nice early lead. I mean, an early lead. It's just one game, of course, but still. It's always nice to go straight ahead with the first victory. We are going to go into Disco Bloodbath this time. Disco Bloodbath, the game, actually, that's kind of funny. Anki, our Spanish streamer, wanted to start off with this map, but I thought, you know what, I'm guessing we're going to see INnoVation pick this map very quickly, so we don't need to worry about that too much. And here we are anyway. Immediately being picked here by INnoVation. Alright, anyway, we have on the 4 o'clock position the blue Terran player, one game behind right now. He is INnoVation. His opponent in the red color on the 10 o'clock position, it's the Protoss player. He is the best, he is Mr. Zest. Right. Guys, do remember, if you want us to be asking your question to one of these players, do make sure to put them in the chat now and again. Because we will, of course, be looking at a winner's interview after the series, where Hajin's son will help us out translating, and we can ask this player whatever we desire. Or at least the player who wins the series, of course. I have to wait and see who that will be, of course, right now. Zest looking very dominant, but that was with him kind of predicting INnoVation, his playstyle here. And I'm just wondering to see if INnoVation is going to actually adjust here. Try something else. INnoVation, though, more so known for sticking to his plan and doing kind of a build right over and over again, what he thinks is the best strategy, and then just executing it absolutely perfectly, near flawless execution every time, and having great macro to boot with it. Pretty much his most greatest feat, of course, is that macro style that he just is so incredibly good with. But, yeah, I mean, to be fair, pretty much all the games of INnoVation I've casted in a TVP setting, they have kind of been the 2-base aggression, or the 2-base push. Sometimes you do see siege tanks being involved as well. Sometimes he goes for Widow Mines. I believe we asked about this previous interview as well, and he said he just kind of goes with whatever he feels like. Sometimes he goes for the siege tanks, sometimes he goes for the Widow Mines. I would love to see him be a little bit more decisive on when he goes for the siege tank and when he goes for the Widow Mines. But this time, actually, previous game at least, we saw a lot of Liberators instead. So not really any kind of splash damage. Maybe a couple of Widow Mines here and there, right? But more so focusing on those Liberators instead of Medevacs, I suppose. which was a very interesting addition that I haven't seen that much out of him yet. So I'm curious to see if we will see more Liberators being mixed in, using those Widow Mines as well. Or if he's actually capable of mixing in those Liberators with his Siege Tank play too. It's going to be very interesting to see. Again, the Twilight Council being created here. Zest, as I said, these two players, they really do like a certain build that they think works best, and then they just drill it. They just keep getting better and better at that specific strategy, and they become absolute beasts in executing that strategy. Of course, there are multiple deviations. Zest is going to keep a close eye on his Terran opponent as what he is doing, and then change up sometimes. Actually, Dark Shrine on the way already. What in the world, Zest? What are you doing? Dark Shrine on the way. There's no missile turret in the natural. There's no missile turret in the main base. There are, however, Widow Mines, but beautiful pickups here from Zest, negating, well, pretty much all of the Widow Mine hitting here. Making life very difficult for Zest to defend against this. Might lose a couple of Marines, more so than he wants to. A big warp in coming in, more adapts coming for the charge. And the Widow Mines are having a very rough time trying to connect into anything here as the Marine forces are dwindling. Slowly but surely. Of course, as well, that Observer there giving complete vision of the Widow Mine. And actually another Widow Mine drops down before it manages to do anything here. And maybe after that we will be seeing INnoVation going for the Siege Tank afterwards. There is a Siege Tank actually already out on the map now. Gonna be placing it right behind that bunker as to give the most amount of cover, while also having a little bit of a nice buffer area also close to the SCVs, of course, in case he does have to use his repair as he has to right now. The Dark Templars coming into the main base and into the natural. The natural did have a scan. There isn't a Raven out though for INnoVation, so luckily for him, he will be able to clean up this Dark Templar for now, or at least push it backwards. Zest realizing that the Raven is coming too close to his Observer there as well, moving that one backwards too. Very nice awareness there coming out of Zest. But Zest is third base, very much delayed because of these Dark Templar and because of this push, and he didn't really manage to do too much except for killing 2 SCVs and killing, how many was it? Wait, actually only 1 Marine went down? Wow, that's crazy. 3 Widow Mines though, so he did keep the entirety of the planned aggression of INnoVation on the other side of the map here. And now going to be able to harass more so using this Wall Prism. And Stalkers and a Archon as well needs to pay attention to that interference matrix, though, of course. As soon as he drops out his units and he doesn't and he gets interference matrix, that is going to be an absolute pain. And anything on the ground is going to be lost, of course. Now, INnoVation getting all his upgrades. He went back into Widow Mine production here. Just a singular quick siege tank did get boosted out by this this Terran player, trying to keep his main base safe, or at least his natural line there. And the siege tank is just a little bit better because it does do that the instant damage. You cannot pick up your units in the Wall Prism to negate the siege tank damage. That would be absolutely crazy. And overall, Zest still having quite a force just outside of the base of INnoVation. And it looks like he's just kind of waiting for him to leave, or at least get far enough that he can start marching inwards towards that natural base. No, actually, he's moving backwards here. But then again, he does have the War Prism still available. 1 Archon, 2 Stalkers coming in here. And that is a big warp into. Widow Mines are not going to be enough to deal with this one. No, sir. Oh, my dear lord. They connect onto the Zealots underneath the War Prism, but that's still not enough to kill up the War Prism. INnoVation trying to retaliate here. A big recall has been forced of the units, and INnoVation doing a little bit of damage of his own. Killing off the third base, but still losing his main base. And that is the biggest problem in StarCraft 2. Losing your main base, losing your production. That is the most painful thing to have happen. This Widow Mine will not be able to burrow up, and still a lot of Zealots are here, ready to pounce right on top of the mineral line here. Zest absolutely cleaning up. Let's take a quick look again at INnoVation. His forces over here attacking. They're kind of paralyzed in fear. They don't know what to do anymore. And I don't blame them, because everything is going to ham and a biscuit. Nothing is working anymore here for INnoVation. As these forces, they are desperately trying to come in, but well, I guess he still has the Raven, so Dark Templars will not be able to clean this up. But now, how many workers? 3 workers for INnoVation, as the forces for Zest are trying their best to clean up this last remaining force of Terran. Can INnoVation still push in here, perhaps? And GG is actually called. Zest giving up here. Wow, maybe you'll... very interesting. I did not expect INnoVation to still take that one, honestly. Oh well. Yeah, I thought Zest would have the advantage there. Huh. I mean, he still had a lot of forces in the main base of INnoVation. I suppose the buildings for the Terran can lift up, the buildings for Protoss cannot, so he's kind of stuck in there in that sense. But then again, like, he did send over his units before... Still in a natural base, right? He could have just kind of tried to hold off for a little bit longer. And then later on go for the main base defense, but... I don't know. Maybe he felt like he had it, and then he just got a little bit... I don't know exactly what happened there. That was a weird one. Thunderbird will be the map choice from Zest. And INnoVation managing to tie up the series here 1-1, holding off the Dark Templar, holding off the aggression here. And, yeah, doing a pretty good job counter-attacking immediately. INnoVation is ready. Zest, let's see him change race. I think that means go-go. I think those characters are Korean for go-go, ready, but I'm not sure. I just want to verify with him. Looks like they are ready again once more. Into game number 3. We're tied up here, guys. Already game number 3. We've not even been going for half an hour, but already 2 games down here for these 2... absolute monstrosities of Korean gaming. We're gonna have to see if they actually are gonna continue on with this aggression. Probably. I mean, to be fair, I'm not surprised for INnoVation doing this. Maybe a little bit more surprised for Zest doing this. But we're gonna have to wait and see. I guess Zest is one of the most aggressive Protoss players as well, but still. Going for Dark Templars and such right then, and that was a bit weird, in my opinion at least. It didn't feel completely necessary. A bit of a gamble there, when his regular style, where he more so just kind of reacts to what the Terran does, and then, you know, goes for aggression accordingly with that. I feel like works out very well for him pretty much most of the time. What is this? The singular proxied barracks. Gonna try to do a little bit of early Reaper harassment here, I suppose. Probe none the wiser of this one. Just barely out of vision there. No wall off yet near that Reaper jump. As the barracks is gonna closely go towards completion. Second gas also being taken here by INnoVation very quickly. Only still a singular barracks though. Might be a little bit of a mind game trying to make Zest think that there's more barracks on the other side of the map. I think we are going to see a quick expansion after this still for INnoVation, but actually the double gas does have me a little bit worried here as to what the next follow-up of this plan is. Immediately going for the factory as well. And Zest deciding that he needs to get some sort of a force out earlier on. He's going for the Zealot still. Going for his quick Nexus though, and that's probably a good call, especially because it's only a single proxy Reaper Rex. Shouldn't do too much, and actually the Reaper, I mean, he's out, but the barracks is already flying backwards, so just gonna see the single Reaper here, and it's gonna try to deal with the Zealots before even attempting to try to get close to those probes. And I mean, it just took too long. The Reaper already having to retreat here because the Stalker came out. And I don't know if that was worth it, honestly. Now INnoVation trying to get his own command center up and rolling, of course, quite far behind the Nexus. And his barracks production is going to be, well, non-existent, of course, during this period of time, because he has to fly all the way over back from the location where he was at. A cyclone being created, though, that's kind of interesting. This is the one probe kill the Reaper is going to get. And it's in his own base. A little bit unfortunate there. But good scouting for Zest, I suppose. Like, he's completely aware of what is going on, and he knows all the next steps that INnoVation can follow this up with. Alright, bit of a gamble here. But INnoVation going for a very quick third base. I gotta say, I don't hate this, actually. A lot of other Terrans, you see that doing this after a cheese fails, and you know what? This wasn't really a cheese, right? Was it? It was just kind of a very early Reaper on the other side of the map. And it's just a single barrack, so I'm not even sure if you could call that a cheese. It's just a little bit of a different way to get your Reaper, a little bit in earlier. So you might be able to get 1 or 2 probes. More so than you would have otherwise. Fortunately for him, though, Zest, of course, did have the Zealot. But anyway, INnoVation, very well known for his 2-base aggression. As we were talking about a couple of times, Zest, even in that first game that we saw, already kind of going for a very quick gateway force, ready to hold off any sort of 2-base push. And he held off marvelously. Now, of course, that gateway force can also be utilized as an offensive force, so I mean, INnoVation not out of the woodworks yet, and as we've mentioned before as well, Zest, a very aggressive player. I'm just looking, trying to think what the exact plan is going to be out of these two players. 2 forges being created for Zest here. I mean, he's got to be feeling pretty good after, you know what, only taking a little bit of Zealot HP damage with a proxy Rex. Look at that. It's not even half HP, dudes. It's like 66 HP still remaining. That Zealot is perfectly fine. Just a mild scratch. And double engineering bay also coming out of INnoVation here. But he needs to be wary. That blink is about to finish, and Zest is going to start ramping up the aggression here. Marching his Stalkers across the map. As INnoVation is adding up his production facilities here. Only now adding his starport as well. That's very much delayed. But he still should have more than enough to keep these Stalkers at a distance. Although he did just selfish his bunker. As he is going to try to move out here, I suppose, a little bit. At least, alright, no, he's just going to secure this other location so he can get his third base secured. There we go. Good stuff indeed. Zest might be able to get a little bit of aggression going if he jumps over the mineral patches, of course, over here on the left side. It's a bit of a gamble, though, of course, but as INnoVation is set up right now, he may be able to get something done if he comes over here from behind. He's just blink backwards again. But deciding to play it safe, trying to keep an eye out on that main door for now, and he sees this Bioforce moving outwards. He's got 5 gateways on the way, still not that many, but nice little bit of micro backwards. picking off whatever he can, as much as he can. As he's making 2 Colossus at the same time. Extended Thermal Lens also on the way, Charge on the way, +1/+1 for both these players. About to finish up as well. They both will be able to start that +2/+2 immediately afterwards. I'm not sure if they do want that though, because we may be starting to seeing a little bit of aggression coming out of either of these players. I'm not quite sure actually. No, they're both moving backwards. Okay, okay. +2 weapon upgrades coming out for both. +2 armor for INnoVation. INnoVation, he is adding more Marauders. He still has a healthy siege tank count. I guess 2. I thought he had 3. Oh, this one moved away. I see. Okay, and he's adding Vikings. Nice, that is very good. He needs some sort of an answer against these Colossus, and the Vikings will be his answer in this sense. Very well spotted that he does in fact have to start getting those Vikings out. Not sure if what exactly he spotted, but obviously he saw something, or otherwise he would not be able to, or he wouldn't be building those Vikings right now. Hallucinated Phoenix, just seeing what is up, what. Sacrificing his imaginary life for the rest of the Protoss. And Ghost also already in production here for INnoVation. Very strong unit indeed, and let's see if they get out in time as... Oh, no, actually. Zest is thinking about moving out here. He has 4 Colossi already on the field. A lot of charge slots, a lot of stock is still available too. Force fields could chop these Bioforces in half. Especially without the Viking support here, and the Colossi just wailing away at them as well at the same time. INnoVation just trying to pull backwards. Doesn't want to go for the engagement with his forces. This split up. We are seeing these players trying to come very close now. Zest behind this, of course, we have to remember getting his own 4th base up and rolling. Oh, I love staying in a little bit of a concave here, so it's going to be very difficult for INnoVation to move downwards. As INnoVation now finally deciding to move towards that place, but already having taken the damage here. Zest now seeing that INnoVation came down the ramp, deciding to go for it. All the Zealots right on top of the Bioforces. There's only 2 Vikings right now available to deal with the Colossi, and the Colossi dealt absolute enormous damage. The siege tanks neither did too much in that situation, and GG is called. Zest taking another game here. Game number 3 goes into Zest's favor. And let's see. True is trying to get into Zest's party. I think we will hide that one for now. Ephemeron will be the next map choice here. And guys, just a quick shout out as well. Once more, GameStop, our other sponsor here. GameStop is working with Matcherino to fuel the grassroots of competitive gaming by providing hundreds of amateur tournaments across dozens of titles. And it enables anyone like you or me to compete. We don't have to be these pros like Zest or INnoVation to compete in these tournaments. And you know what? It's very cool to see. You can kind of get yourself started in all sorts of esports. But yeah, you may even win a couple of prizes there. If you want to check out what is available, go to gamestop.com/esports. It's absolutely for free. So that would be absolutely lovely, of course. Yeah, GG is called. Some laughter is going on. Ephemeron is the map choice from INnoVation. Ephemeron. I don't know where this came from. This map. Go. Okay. I really need to learn the Korean sign for go, I think. Or maybe, yeah, it's caps lock on, who knows. Oh, alright, anyway. Here we go into game number 4 with the blue Terran player in the bottom right side. One game behind again. Can he tie it up once more? It is INnoVation. And his opponent in the top left side, the red Protoss. He's Mr. Zest. Okay. Let's take a look at what these guys have in store for us this time. Just standard openings once again. Truly think the blink opening works the best for Mr. Zest here. As he is just absolutely immaculate at the control of those stalkers. Alright. Quick early SCV scout coming out. Probe now as well. Gonna start maneuvering across the map here potentially. No, actually. He's gonna... okay, yeah, go for the Nexus first. Now he's gonna move out. No. Interesting. Opting not to go for the scout at all. Must be feeling kind of confident here after holding off that proxy from INnoVation previous game here. Yes, of course, guys, we do still have the winners interview after this Best of 9 series as well with the winner. So make sure if you do want us to ask a specific question, put them into the chat and let us read them as well so we can start thinking about what you guys want to have asked as well. Just keep it in the back of your mind, you know, it doesn't matter too much. You don't have to throw it out there already. Just kind of keep thinking about the games overall and see where you want to get your knowledge from or what you want to know more about from these two players. Hopefully the player you are prepping questions for is gonna win the series then, of course. Oh. Reaper on the chase here. Or on the being chased, I suppose. Adept right behind him. Hot on his heels. Nice block with the supply depots. INnoVation hasn't fallen asleep yet. That is a good sign. Not asleep at the wheel there. Don't think that truly ever happens, but it's a nice thing when it doesn't happen overall, I suppose. So once again, we're seeing the Cyclone coming out and a tech lab for the starport as well. So INnoVation really playing it safe continuously, going for the early anti-harassment kind of tools here in the shape of that Cyclone and in the shape of that Raven, as to kind of shut down pretty much any type of early cheese or harassment that can come his way. Of course, the Blink Stalkers both kind of not really the greatest thing for your Raven or your Cyclone to be fighting against, of course. Raven very easily can be sniped down by those Blink Stalkers at any opportunity that you do give Zest. Zest will pounce on that Raven immediately. And of course also the Cyclone not very capable of keeping locked on to either multiple units or units that teleport away out of sight, so very difficult to micro against that. Very doable for Zest, of course, to micro once Stalker backwards that does get locked onto. Okay, going in again with quite a bit of aggression here. A lot of Stalkers with the War Prism. 2 Zealots joining in as well. Beautiful blink right on top of the Cyclone, immediately going down. And oh my dear lord, that Raven also getting dangerously low here. All the SCVs of the Natural have been pulled off the worker line. Need to come and help out. The army of the people is on the way here. More SCVs rolling into battle. There's not that much left here. 17 workers going down. The War Prism still up and pretty much perfectly in fine health. The Stalkers did get cleaned up, but at a cost of what? 22 SCV lives has been lost here. And that is quite horrendous. As INnoVation now. Oh my god, it's not over yet. Still losing more units and still gonna have to send these workers in once more. Absolutely horrendous amounts of damage being taken here. 3 more workers gonna go down and we're gonna see more of them drop any second here, I guess. Oh, actually, just 4. Some Marauders and Marines did join into the fray and make it a little bit more difficult to keep focusing down those SCVs. I thought he could maybe get a couple more, but didn't matter too much. That's behind this. Still no third base whatsoever, guys. He does kind of have the money for it, right? But he's not getting it just yet. He's just focusing on doing as much damage as he can and just try to snowball this into his favor. And that would be absolutely lovely for him, of course. In he comes, and again a quick kill on that Mule, and actually blinking out immediately before losing a single Stalker. Truly thought he would lose one of those Stalkers at least. But no, actually just immaculate control here with those Blink Stalkers. Also, of course, he's fully aware with that Observer of the positioning of the Bioforces here. As soon as he sees the Bioforces come after his Gateway Forces onto the low ground there a little bit too much, he's just going to rotate into the main base using that Blink here. And take advantage of him being aware of absolutely everything. Look at this, he sees the Bioforces moving a little bit too far away. And another nice snipe there on another Mule. Absolutely amazing stuff there. And now he sees the Bioforces moving outside of the base, and in comes the War Prism, trying his hand at a little bit of damage as well. INnoVation though staying on the 2 base, probably gonna try to get some sort of a 2 base attack going, because he needs to start doing a damage of his own here, as he took a real good punch into the face. And now is fighting from quite the far behind position here, trying to clean up the War Prism that is hiding just above the sewage drain here. Never realized there was this much sewage coming out of this place, but apparently Ephemeron. I mean, it looks nice and clean, but look at that. That's a lot of gunk coming out of that sewage. Anyway, okay, we are seeing charge lots almost going to be completed here. The charge upgrade getting very close to finishing up. Widow Mines are not in a good position. May want to burrow those, but connecting onto the singular Zealots, and now the Bioforces are getting cleaned up slowly but surely by these Immortals, it seems. Oh my god, he may just have barely enough INnoVation. Wow, okay, just barely actually having the Marauders and the Medevacs to heal them there. And GG is called actually. Zest here. Did he lose it as... It's very interesting. Very interesting, Zest. Giving up there. Again, maybe a little bit early, preemptively, perhaps, but... I don't know. It's a tied-up series again, so... Fair enough. Let's see what INnoVation wants to do as a map. As I am always kind of slow with loading out of those, out of the thingamajigs. Acropolis will be the map choice from Zest here. Let's head on into that one. Okay, Zest is gonna be put over there again. A little bit of banter coming through. Go is called by INnoVation. Right, here we go. Next map. Game number 5. After about 45 minutes of fighting, already in game number 5. Things are heating up here, guys. Tit for tat is what is being traded here. Zest maybe a little bit overextending after doing quite a lot of damage, overstaying his welcome on the opposite side of the map. He did have a third base. He just kind of had to defend there, honestly. But losing his forces on the other side of the map, maybe smelling a little bit too much blood in the water there. But he killed 26 SCVs. And, well, I don't know. To me, it seems like you can just kind of go back to your own base and do whatever the hell you want in that situation. But Zest, he truly did want to start killing off his opponent right then and there. And it truly backfired, losing all his forces in the middle of the map and triggering him to GG immediately here. Anyway, in the top left side, we have him once again. It's the red Protoss player. He is Mr. Zest, also known as the best. And his opponent, the first AI to play StarCraft 2 like an absolute beast. Or at least almost so, with his robotic kind of looking macro, because it's so near perfect. It is the blue Terran player. It is INnoVation. This time we are seeing a quick probe moving across the map, actually. Also keeping his buildings close to his nexus this time. Not walling off just yet the location for the Reaper here. Although I do believe you need less buildings on this map to truly block it off. INnoVation getting a little bit dangerously low there with that SCV. But a nice pull away with the second SCV immediately coming in to finish off the bunker or the barracks just in time. And gonna start that Reaper production at pretty much the same time as he would anyway. Now, wait, what? Okay, a little bit of a misclick there. I think that's a single tear dropping out of a Cyclops eye. As Zest is very happy with what happened there. It looks like a little bit of a heart. But yeah, that block actually, INnoVation really wanting to get that command center down as quickly as possible, as he saw an opportunity to put it pretty close to the original location. Not managing to do so though, unfortunately. And there is a Stargate on the way here for Zest. The first time we've seen Stargate in the production tab for him. And let's see what he manages to do with it. INnoVation, though, going the wrong way to scout this, unfortunately for him. Is going to get a probe, though. That's already a very good thing to do. Of course, needs to be careful of the adept, alright? Is going to get out of there again. Deny a singular probe from mining here, but I mean, he did not get the intel that he needed to get, right? I mean, to be fair, though, INnoVation so far continuously has been getting that Cyclone and early Raven, too, so this time he's going to go with the Widow Mines. The Widow Mines also, of course, a very nice tool to deal with those oracles as long as you have them in the right positions, either near the gas geysers over here or anywhere else where the oracle flies in. That's kind of the thing, right? It's in a good position as long as you put it right where your opponent is going to fly over. It's kind of a chance thing here, but oh my god, that is so nice. INnoVation, seeing the Oracle here, and the Oracle retaliating immediately. Being very angry, being spotted out that quickly. And using up quite a bit of energy as well to kill off that Reaper. And now he's going to wait for his other Oracle friend here, so he can actually start dealing with it in one-shotting the SCVs. These boss. No. Guess I didn't. Well. Okay. I guess he just needs to pause for a moment. Something happening here with Zest. Something maybe we could ask him in the winners interview. Sorry, Go-Go is called Go-Go again as well. There they go. Third base for Zest coming down onto the ground here. In the woodworks. Gonna get created as the Oracles now. Trying to find an opening here. Oh my god, that Widow Mine. Oh, in the happy face. Oh, Zest not even aware what happened there. Alright, now he is. Okay. Very, very unfortunate. That's gotta, you know what, put a skip in your step if you are INnoVation. And I can kind of see why maybe Zest does not appreciate the Stargate opening as much as he does the Stalker opening with the Blink. It does definitely seem a little bit more versatile overall, right? As these, I mean, the Starport, or the Stargate could do a lot of potential damage, but it's still very dangerous to do. So Enki, oh boy, oh, Spanish caster, not having a good time. Sorry. I don't know what's happening, guys. Another pause here. Enki, unfortunately, it looks like he did disconnect here. That's not something that happens very often with him. We're just gonna have to continue. And we'll get Enki in again after this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Ouch. 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 And that's why you don't type and play at the same time. Oh man. Right. Things getting not that great at the moment here. Unfortunately, it's all out of my control. Wait, there's 4 probes on this gas geyser. Everything going badly for Zest here. Looks like nothing is going his way. And even more as the probes are dying because of that Viking realizing, you know what, I don't need the Viking to deal with your oracles. I just need Widow Mines. I'm psychic, I'm INnoVation, I can see the future. I know where to put these Widow Mines, where you are going to fly to, and then you're just gonna explode immediately before I have to do anything else. Really well played there by INnoVation so far. A little bit lucky too, of course, but still though. Great way of anticipating the movements of those oracles. Now, Zest is looking like he is not feeling it anymore as much, and he's going to go straight into a lot of gateways here, getting his blink up again, and just going for the great Stalker force that he is familiar with. Alright, not getting stung so far yet by those Widow Mines. Being a little bit more careful this time with those oracles. I mean, he should be able to see the thingamajigs as well, right? Oh, okay. He sees the Medivacs flying out here, so he knows that something is up, something is coming his way. And now with the probe here on the Watchtower 2, he will be seeing the forces coming through. Although he may not be completely aware of the entire scope of what is coming his way. He knows that there's the 2 Medivacs, but the 2 Medivacs is not the entire story, of course. There's so much more Bioforce coming in here. And here they come with a vengeance. Nice force field so far, actually blocking off a large portion of the Bioforces here. And pretty much all of them. Absolutely amazing here. That is gonna probably give Zest at least a fighting chance now, and he needs to be careful. Blink not yet ready. The one big real tool in the arsenal here for this Protoss army. All those Stalkers, if they had Blink, they would definitely win this, but now they are just barely winning this actually. as INnoVation is forced to retreat. He does still lose the Raven here as well, but he cleaned up pretty much most of the gateway force. Now there are a lot of gateways, of course, so it's going to be easy for Zest to replenish this, but then again it's going to be easy for INnoVation to replenish this also too. Widowmines now coming into the third base also. Stalkers, Zealots and all the good stuff from Protoss running in, trying to defend his main base, as these two Widowmines actually a little bit lazy, not doing what they were bought to do. May want to return those to the store, because they were they were not really working the way that Widowmines are intended to work, by running into mineral lines and just blowing up every single probe as soon as you try to move or split any of them. But yeah, alright, I mean, kind of equalizing again, I'd say, overall. Which means that Zest is probably gonna tab out any second. I'm not completely sure. INnoVation though, he is on a tad. More Widowmines here being put on top of the ramp. A reasonable force field, but actually that's just gonna make it all very difficult for these Zealots to come in. A lot of the Zealots choking up here, getting hit by a lot of Widowmines. And now if INnoVation just moves out with these forces again, I mean, that's a good trade for him. Oh my god, doesn't get that medevac as well, as continuing the aggression on the other side here, killing off more of the workers. And the Widowmines connecting again onto those forces. Charge is not yet ready, it's almost there, but INnoVation taking advantage of every tiny second that the charge is not ready yet. The blink is not ready yet either. More forces here, as he is actually microing this force as well at the same time. Very well played. GG is called. INnoVation taking another map here. Alright. Let me just write down a question, guys, for potentially INnoVation. I'm starting to feel like he might take this one. We will have to wait and see. Enki. What is up with Enki? Asking about the map pool. Let me take a quick look. We still have... We played Thunderbird, right? Winter's Gate, World of Sleepers, I suppose. We're going into game number 6, so there should still be 2 maps. Okay, we're going without Enki right now. Cure will be the Spanish streamer for this moment. Let's see. I'm not sure. Oh boy. I think we may have a little bit of a communication problem here. I'm not sure if Zest is understanding the map pool, please. Sleepers. Okay. There you go. Let me remove Enki actually from the party. There it is. Please go. I think Zest is in a hurry, potentially. I'm just getting that feeling. Oh, I'm myself a referee. Alright, here we go. Okay, guys, remember, we still have a couple of Matcherino codes. There were a few of them. They're just above the chat over there, over that way. If you go to the website, it's the Matcherino website. Grab the code as well. Fill that code in, and you should be absolutely solid. Of course, as well, 24-hour fitness, events like these would not be possible without the support from our sponsors, such as 24-hour fitness. So if you want to get into shape, get those muscles growing, or whatever physique you want to grow, make sure to go check them out, guys. They have a total of 436 locations nationwide in the US alone. They have some places as well in Europe and other places. Let me try to get this. You think the codes are used? That is absolutely lovely. Alright, anyway, 24-hour fitness. Go check them out, guys. They can help you attain the dream body that you desire. And they have awesome personal trainers as well to help you accomplish them. Classes, any sort of machinery as well. Even pools, guys. Swimming pools. They have swimming pools. Anyway, okay. Enough of that. In the top right side of the map, we have the player from the red color in the Protoss shapes. He is known as Zest. And his opponent on the bottom left side of the map, it is the blue Terran player. He is INnoVation. You know what, I didn't do the... I just realized this now, actually. I didn't do the capitalization of INnoVation here correctly. Let me change that, so... I doubt he ever will rewatch this, but now at least if he does, maybe up until this point he's gonna, you know what, be a little bit disturbed that we do not know how to capitalize his name. Anyway. Or I was, at least. Okay, what are we seeing in this game, guys? Zest going for the quick nexus here. Again, no scout from Zest. INnoVation probably could start making use of this at one point. And so far, not happening yet. And of course, guys, I'm not sure if you are aware, if you're only just now joining, after the Best of 9 series, we will be having a winner's interview. Meaning, if you have a question for the winner and you want it to be asked, make sure to write it down somewhere, keep it in your mind, and then we can, of course, ask these questions for you if you so desire. Of course, we won't be having a winner's interview where I'm just going to be awkwardly trying to talk in English with these players. No, we actually have pretty much the best translator in the business of StarCraft 2. It's Hajin's son. She's helping us out with this one. An absolute beast in the esports scene and always doing a marvelous job. And the Reaper not going to be able to scout out too much here. The Twilight Council once again going to be the choice for Zest here. Zest wanting to get that Blink upgrade once again. It seems like. As the Reaper is trying his best to get this scouted. He's not going to get past that. The Adept and the Stalker though at the same time. It's going to be incredibly difficult for him to do so. Unless if maybe he can, like, somehow grenade himself past the pylon over here, over the wall, and then try to get inside. Maybe that's the one option. But then again, it's going to take a while for that grenade to explode. The Stalkers are going to be able to walk up the ramp, and then it's, you know what, it's still not going to be easily scouted here. Just going for a very quick third base once again. Most likely we will be seeing those gateways being thrown down from him again here. As INnoVation looking to do another Widow Mine drop. Widow Mine drop, very, very volatile of course. And potentially harmful. But still, of course, with the Blink available already for Zest, he should have the tools to defend against this absolutely perfectly. And in matter of fact, actually going to the bottom right side over here towards the third base so far. So it's going to get scouted out very early on by that pylon as well. May have been a little bit safer to fly that medevac towards the main base here, but then again, of course, that's where you would expect stalkers to stay as well. So yeah, there's already a group of stalkers available here, and the medevac going past the pylon, actually going unscouted here. Oh my dear lord. Okay, he has an opportunity. The stalkers though blinking forward, trying to deal with the Reaper. Maybe a bit of a mind game here. Alright, no, never mind. Zest is right there. And absolutely on top of things. Alright, blink. Oh, he missed the blink. Ah, it's very unfortunate. Losing a stalker there, and losing all the shield energy on all those other stalkers as well. Just a slight second delay. That is very unlike Zest to have happen, honestly. You do not expect that from Zest. Normally, he is like the blink maestro. Oh my god, 7 probes just went down. Oh my dear lord, alright. Alright, INnoVation, you got it this time. You managed to do the damage. 7 probes have been killed off, and that could provide a valuable opportunity here for INnoVation to do some sort of a timing attack. It's still a little bit difficult to fight off against these stalkers without Stimpack. Zest trying to trade out as efficiently as possible against these units that aren't as mobile, of course. Nor does he even have the concussive shell. Actually, not a single upgrade yet available here for INnoVation. Alright, that's a nice pick off there. So it's gonna come down to this push off of the 2 base. Once again, a big bioforce with a lot of Widow Mines. INnoVation truly fallen out of favor with the siege tanks, it seems. It may very well be because of the Blink Stalkers. Blink Stalkers, of course, very capable of jumping right on top of the Widow Mine or the siege tanks. And taking care of them very quickly here. Alright, that Bioforce is steamrolling through, coming in. And I'm not sure if it will be enough. It's going to come down to the Widow Mine connections here, I assume. If the Widow Mine connections are going to be good, that will be a nice way for INnoVation to maybe still make something happen here. But the Blink Stalkers, oh, actually getting dangerously low there. Maybe overextending a little bit here. The Widow Mine's coming closer and closer, and now connecting onto the Zealots, but also the Raven. The Raven going down, but not before it disabled both of the Immortals. So a nice little bit of a trade there from INnoVation. Still relentlessly coming forwards here, not giving up yet. More Widow Mines burrowing into the ground, killing off another Zealot there. Just a single one though, that's a bit unfortunate. Procking one of the Immortal shields as well. Maybe able to jump right on top of that one if he remembers which one it is. Gonna be difficult to do so though, of course. Now +1/+1 is already done for Zest here, and +2/+2 is on the way. So there's truly an opportunity here that's not gonna stay forever for INnoVation to keep this trading going. As soon as that +2/+2 finishes, I would imagine him having a lot less of a nice time against this amount of gateway forces. Especially the Zealots and such, of course, are gonna start doing a lot more damage against these bio infantry units. And already, even before that happens, INnoVation having to pull backwards here, as Zest, his group of units, is just too large to deal with this. 16 probes available on that main base, so Zest looking to get more expansions rolling, because he's already oversaturated on 2 of his bases, actually. And INnoVation now only now having his 3rd base up and mining here. So Zest overall in a absolute lovely position. Nicely ahead, economically speaking as well. Templar Archives on the way too. That is nice and early, honestly, before the 10-minute mark. INnoVation coming in once again, trying his best to clean up these Stalker forces. That's a lot of Widow Mines burrowing down into the ground. The Zealots are getting reasonable connected on top of the Widow Mines, but more Zealots were held backwards. as to help out at a later point after the Widow Mines did blow up. More Zealots coming in, more Widow Mines also, but it looks like they aren't hitting the massive clump of units here. And Zest just slowly but surely gaining the advantage here, the upper hand in the battle. Killing off all the Widow Mines there. Continuously, very nicely, kind of proccing them with just enough Zealots, where it's kind of not worth it anyhow, but especially because the Zealots are already taking quite the brunt of a force from the infantry, and then they already are very low HP, and then to get hit by the Widow Mine, it's kind of a invaluable trade. Oh my god, even like that, you know, one Zealot proccing the Widow Mine and then also letting it hit the Marines and Marauders, that is very, very nicely done by Zest here. As Zest is getting ready to start attacking this location here. One Immortal a little bit anxious about it, going in a bit too quickly perhaps. The Widow Mines this time connecting onto most of the Zealots though. The Zealots are being moved backwards here, waiting to reset that charge. Let's try one more time. More Zealots coming in. SCVs are being pulled. Can INnoVation hold this location? I'm not sure if he can. There's just too much Protoss here. Especially with those Immortals. A lot of them are shooting the command center here, though. The command center on half HP. Maybe that is the salvation of INnoVation here. Can he still hold on? No, he will not be able to. It's still too much, even with the Liberators coming in here. And Zest ties up the series once more. Which means the next map will be Winter's Gate, guys. And then the map pool will reset. Alright, looks like they are both ready once again, guys. Here we go, into another game. And talking about games, we would not be here, guys. I swear to you, we are very appreciative of our sponsors. GameStop is the top destination for all your esports needs. So if you need some new top performing gear or anything to give you an advantage in the competitive market of esports, then go check them out at gamestop.com/highperformance and find a new headset, maybe a controller, mice, or a keyboard. Anything you need, truly. Go check them out, guys. gamestop.com/highperformance. Anyway, we are looking at game number 7. The series has tied up once again. It's 3-3. Still 2 games have to be won by either of these players. And let's see if we can make it all the way into game number 9 here. As I try my best to come up with a couple of questions. It's very difficult to come up with questions as you are also casting at the same time. So please, guys, help me out if you have some questions. Oh boy. Please pause. Alright. It happens. Gives me a moment to start thinking of questions. Let's see if Inno is ready.
Game resumed.
There we go. Where were we? Where were we? Alright, in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. His name is INnoVation. On the bottom right side of the map, it's the red Protoss. He is known as the most handsome man in esports, and he is Zest. It's a shame that we do not have player cams, of course. But maybe that is for the best, because half the audience will, of course, faint just at the sight of the beauty of this man and the handsomeness being shined through. Even through a display. If you meet him in real life, your eyeballs will in fact melt because of the radiating handsomeness coming through. Anyway, Okay, we have, once again, no scouting whatsoever from Zest. At the start of the games, we kind of saw him doing some scouting, and later on it kind of stopped being so. Maybe that's another good question. Why? I'm gonna write this one down, guys. Did you... Sorry. I have to. I want to have a good winners interview. Alright, there we go. Okay, Stargate is on the way. Again, the Stargate, actually. Very, very interesting. Well, I mean, to be fair, the previous time he went Stargate, right, we didn't really saw that much happening with the oracles because... unfortunately enough, he just flew into Widow Mines every single time, so... I mean, maybe stuff is gonna go differently this time, as far as I'm aware, this might be a little bit more of a difficult map to hide your Widow Mines, right? I'm not sure where you would hide them, honestly, but then again... Maybe over here, behind this place, you can hide them, right? Maybe behind a refinery or behind a building you already have. But, yeah, I think that would be a lot more difficult. But, oh my dear lords, INnoVation already prepping for it. Getting a Cyclone on the other side of the map here. Gonna be completely ready for any type of Oracle harassment. Did that Reaper actually see the Oracle again, though? Wow, that is something else here happening for INnoVation. INnoVation on a roll with that Reaper every single time, continuously seeing those Oracles coming in as early as possible. And you gotta have to say that that is being done on purpose from now on. Because that is just really immaculate Reaper placement, waiting for any flying unit to start moving across the map here. Or any sort of attack coming through, and very well done there by INnoVation. It kind of looked for a moment there that the Adept shaded in and then transformed into a Marine, but it was just a Marine coming out of the barracks there. That was kind of funny. Anyway, anywho, we have 3 Oracles now. 3 entire Oracles, guys. That is a crazy amount of Oracles. That is going to be enough Oracles to start pretty much taking down siege tanks if you want to. Oh, that is a supply depot that didn't get created. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be created. I don't think it was necessarily. Oh, Oracles. Alright, flying out again. Again, not really finding any damage with this. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, good micro from Zest, forcing that Cyclone backwards. And keeping all 3 of his Oracles alive, although one of them is badly battered up right now. Having received kind of a beating here, and now Zest should be aware that this is coming along the way here. The pain train is rolling through, even though it's going to take a little bit here because of those, the green pie areas over here. It's a green see-through jelly pie, and that is why it's taking so long, because you have to eat it as you're going through. 4 workers did go down here, most likely right here as we are looking at them. Alright, Oracle's trying to come in from behind, but a couple of Marines are ready to intercept that. Siege tanks are trying to siege up, but already the probes are very close by, right on top of the siege tanks. The Gateway Force, though, is a little bit late at the party here. There is a Void Ray, but I'm not sure if this is going to be enough for Zest, and it looks like the Marine Force is going to be plentiful with the siege tank still available as well. GG is called. Zest going down to the, well, behind stages of a match, I suppose. He's going down 1 point again. And INnoVation now on match point, guys. He just needs 1 more win. Zest, of course, needs 2 more wins. Thunderbird will be the map choice here. Let us take a look at Thunderbird. WCS Game Heart will be our add-on of today. The best add-on in the world. Truly. Let's get this rolling. Okay, I don't want to play INnoVation. That would not be a good idea. Here we go. Here we go. Once more. Onto the reach, onto the breach, through the reach. I'm not sure how the expression goes. How does that expression go? Can anyone tell me? I'm not sure. I'm not completely convinced myself. Anyway. Potentially already the last final game of today, guys. Which would be absolutely horrible, of course, because it would be amazing having these guys go to game number 9. And so far, we haven't had a single time yet where one of these players was ahead with a score of 2 points. Right now, we have the blue Terran player on match point 4-3 in this best of 9 series. He is known as INnoVation. And showcasing that he is in fact not washed up at all after his military service. He's doing an absolute bang-on job because his opponent over here is known as the best player in the world because it rhymes. So it must be true. He is known as Zest. Red Protoss. Let's take a look at these two bases over here and who will be able to take this. I mean, it would be absolutely amazing, of course, for Zest to take back the tied up series and then potentially come back in the final game here. And honestly, if he does leave a couple of times, at least he did leave, in my opinion, maybe a couple of times too early, where he still had a slight chance of winning potentially. But maybe he just doesn't want to prolong those games because it is, of course, a best of 9. So he doesn't care maybe too much about those types of games. He just wants to continue on to the next one. But maybe he will be hitting himself in the head. Or on the head. I'm not sure how you hit yourself in the head. Maybe just mentally thinking about it. But you know what, maybe he's going to regret that decision of leaving a couple of those games, or the way that he treated them after killing off, for example, on Ephemeron, killing like 27 workers, and then just going across the map again with his Immortals, with his Gateway forces, and just barely not having enough. If he kept his own forces on the other side of the map, gotten like 1 or 2 more warp-ins just because of the time that it takes for those units to move across the map, he would have been absolutely fine. He was on 3 bases, and I just don't see a way for him to lose in that situation anymore. But yeah, unfortunately for him, it did not work out that way. He did try to completely kill off his opponent as quickly as possible and just go straight for the jugular, and just not patient enough in his play there, I suppose. Right, Reaper does see the Adept over here coming through the other way. Through the eternal shading power of the other. I'm not even sure how this works. Some sort of fancy Protoss technology. You'd think that once they have this technology, they would put it onto all their units pretty much, right? Like a teleporting ability where they can basically be in 2 places at the same time. I mean, why wouldn't you ramp that up onto your, like, anyone that you have, right? Maybe they are specially trained units, and it takes a lot of practice to make use of this ability, perhaps, but that's the only reason why I can think of why you wouldn't do this. But then again, like, if you are the Protoss, why would you then give it to those units, right? Why not give it to, like, you know, carriers, for example, or Tempest, or like one of your really big strong units like Colossus, right? Anyway, enough of that. We are looking at another Stargate coming through here. Oracle making a little bit of damage dealt here. Banshee is also being created here for INnoVation, so actually this time going for a little bit of a weird build. He's also going for siege tanks. So siege tanks, I mean, we've not seen them that many times. This time, maybe potentially because he is seeing those Adepts coming through. Or maybe it's just a map choice. We haven't seen them really being mass produced. I'm very curious to see if he keeps up producing siege tanks after this, or if he's gonna switch it around for a reactor now. No, actually gonna go straight into the cyclone afterwards. Probably has the reaction play towards seeing those oracles on the map. And the Banshee here, oh wait, did this Banshee actually get anything done? I don't think it did. He got just scouted out and forced backwards. As there are Phoenixes now on the map too, that's going to be absolutely devastating for that Banshee. As it is tagged and now incapable of going invisible for his opponents. Another Banshee here, actually 2 Banshees so far still being created, even with the Stargate opening from his opponent. I mean, then again, even if your opponent goes blink, I'm not sure if that's the right call to do so, right? I mean, it's the 2 openings we've seen from Zest so far, either Stargate or it's been blink, and both of those are very, very good at dealing with Banshee. So maybe a potentially kind of an interesting idea here. I'm not sure where that idea came from. Another good question potentially. Talking about questions. Remember guys, try to come up with a couple if you do want us to ask the questions as well. And we will try our best to get your questions answered in the winner's interview, even though like right now it's still a little bit unclear of course as who is going to be the winner here, as both of these players are still ramping up towards 3 base economy. Zest though has been mining comfortably off of that 3 base for a while now, and INnoVation, I'm not sure if he's actually going to try to commit to a attack here. Oh my dear lord, he's going up to a lot of tanks actually. 2 tanks going up to 3 tanks. I don't see that every day. The tank does have to walk around all the way across that command center though. But maybe you can actually waypoint it towards here. Maybe that would be a bit better, but I don't know. Anyway. Probe trying to make sure that nothing is moving out over here as well. Trying to keep an eye out on that. It's very important that he does keep an eye out on whether or not INnoVation starts moving out with that force. So he can start mass producing his gateway units and chronoing out anything from a robotics facility of sorts. Maybe put down a couple of shield batteries if he feels that he may need those. But so far he's just gonna try to commit to another little bit of harassment here with the Phoenixes and Oracles. Right, that's a fresh mule actually that just dropped, so that's already a very nice pick of 2 SCVs also going down. Not too shabby at all. INnoVation losing quite a bit of his economy there, as mules are one of the more valuable mining units, of course, for, well, pretty much the most valuable, especially if they've just been thrown down. And a big recall being used here by Zest. Doesn't want to use up more time trying to get those forces backwards. Just realizes that he needs to bring them back actually, because there's 2 Banshees in the main base. That shield battery was not enough for the 2 Banshees. I completely forgot about those Banshees, but actually they came back with a vengeance. 9 probes did go down. That makes this push a little bit less important to succeed completely, or at least do a lot of damage here. But there are 4 siege tanks available. The siege tanks maybe more than enough here to deal with this amount of zealots. As INnoVation, he was trying to put up a couple of bunkers. The bunkers are a great tool, of course, against those charge slots. The charge slots might try to go into those bunkers, but in they come. The charge slots are rolling forwards. There's still a lot of Marines here, but those disruptors, where are the shots from those disruptors? They need to be, I'm not sure what's happening here, guys. Were they already used? I guess so. It looks like Zest is just gonna get rolled over here, and INnoVation will be the victor in this series, it looks like, as Marines are rolling through the natural base. And INnoVation has gotten his victory here, it seems, as just a couple final zealots are being wiped out by the Marines, and GG is called. Well played to INnoVation there, and well played to Zest as well, of course. It looks like we have ourselves a victor of the best of 9. Now remember guys, we still have the winners interview. If you still want to ask INnoVation a question, this is the moment to do so. This is the exact moment to do so. Alright. GG's. Let's take a look at my thingamajigs. Alright. Whew. I'm not seeing a lot of questions pop up. Maybe my chat is just frozen. I've not seen pretty much anything here. Here we go. Let me get this all muted up. There it is. Alright, guys. Try to come up with the questions right here and now. I'm pretty sure we do still have people in the chat reading them as well. Maybe even if my chat isn't working right now. Potentially. I think it might be, but who knows. Anyway, there is the call.
Hello.
Hello.
Can
How are you
hear me
doing
well?
today?
Good, and you?
I'm doing good too. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah,
take
can
a
you
look.
send the link to INnoVation?
Yeah, I will do immediately. Create. INnoVation will get the invite. One moment. Oh, that's... Copy button. There we go. Okay, it's copied. Now it works. There it is. Okay. Whew. Are you having a busy day today?
Sorry, hello. I'm trying to just figure out the link for.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'll let you do your thing as I'm trying to come up with some more questions for INnoVation. It was a while before it really became clear that he was going to be victorious there, but okay. Let's hope it works out.
I'm not on my PC actually. I'm on my phone, so I can't really figure out how it works. Is there like how can we invite someone?
I think he's here.
Oh, no,
Or he's being called at least. He's in
no,
the Discord.
I added him, but I'm not sure that he's logged in.
Oh, but it should be able to just click on the link and then open
Okay,
up
he
in the
joined.
browser.
He joined. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Great stuff.
Wait. 여보세요? No, he's not here yet.
Right, let's try to call him up. Ring. There we go.
들었다. 여보세요?
Okay, he is muted, I think.
마이크 켜야 될 것 같아요.
여보세요?
선수. 들린다. 여보세요?
네.
Hello there.
Hello.
Just a couple of questions for you, INnoVation. Congratulations, of course, first of all, for taking another Best of 9 series in the Alpha Pro series. Alright, let me see. Alright, first of all, a question from Sushi. Since BlizzCon is coming up, a few questions related to the players. Which Korean are you supporting?
우선 너무 축하드립니다. 이제 스시님이 이제 질문을 보내주셨는데요. 이제 곧 블리즈컨이 16강이 한국에서 열려요.
네.
어떤 선수를 응원하고 계신가요?
뭐 응원하는 선수는 따로 없고요. 그냥 뭐 성주가 잘했으면 좋겠네요.
I'm not really rooting for any particular player, but I guess I hope Maru will perform well this BlizzCon.
Alright. I guess, I mean, if he's not rooting for any particular player, I'm not sure if there's any foreigner players he's looking to watch either.
그러면 약간 기대되는 외국인 선수가 있나요?
외국인 선수는 당연히 세랄 선수가 좀 기대가 많이 돼요.
Yeah, I have a lot of expectations in Seoul.
Cyril, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Cyril probably going to be absolutely a baller in that one. Anyway, so do you think Cyril's going to win or someone else? And why so?
그럼 혹시 올해도 세라 선수가 우승할 거라고 생각하시나요? 그 이유도 말해주세요.
최근에 근데 세랄 경기를 이렇게 보질 못해가지고 어느 정도 이 를 모르긴 하는데 그래도 세랄이 우승할 수 있는 확률이 가장 높은 것 같아요. 지금 저그도 좋기 때문에.
So I'm not sure because I haven't watched Zera's game recently, but you know, Zergs are pretty good currently, and he has the most, I mean, the highest chance to win, I think.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Also a question: has he tried to be or played on the balance test mode already? And does he have any thoughts on the upcoming changes for TVP? The change nerf seems like it will be quite a big impact, and the depths don't scale well into the late game, even if they are going to be buffed.
이제 밸런스 얘기 좀 해볼게요. 이제 블리즈컨 끝나고 있을 그런 밸런스 체인지 그거 테스트 모두 해보셨나요? 경기? 그러니까
전혀 안
게임?
해봤어요.
아, 안 해봐도 이제 패치도 읽어보셨나요?
전혀 안 읽어봤어요.
패치도 안 읽어봤어요? 아, 그렇구나. 왜 질문이 이제 테란 토스전 할 때 어떤 점이 많이
네,
바뀐 것 같은 건데, 특히 왜냐면 이번에 광전사 그 차즈? 갑자기
네,
사고로 기억이 안 나네. 그것도 약간 너프 먹고 사도도 되게 너프 당해서 그런 거에 대해서 질문을
네.
했는데 뭐 안 읽어봤으면은 그래도 할 말 있나요?
지금 태프전 밸런스는 좀 그래도 토스가 괜찮은 것 같은데 그런 부분이 좀 테란이 네, 더 할만할 것 같아요.
So I actually haven't read the patch yet, so I haven't tried the balances either. But
Really?
the current state of TVP right now, Protoss are slightly advantaged. But with this change, so I told him that the charge got getting nerfed as well. Same for the adepts. He said, well, then it might get better for Terran.
All right, all right. Okay, also, he won every single game against Stargate openers. What makes him really good against this style? Or does he think it's not a great style from Protoss players?
오늘 경기를 봤을 때 상대방이 우간부터 시작하면은 항상 이제 이신호 선수가 이겼는데,
네,
그냥 그 스타일을 잘 막는 것 같다 생각하시나요? 아니면 그냥 그게 별로 안 좋은 빌드라고 생각하시나요?
상대가 뭐 예언자 관리 같은 거를 잘 못한 것도 있고 그냥 한 상대로는 좀 찌르기 위주로 했었는데 상대가 그거를 생각을 못 해가지고 그래서 같아요.
So I think it depends because the my opponent today his micro of oracles was not that great,
Yeah.
and when the Protoss goes for target openers, then I will do more of a aggressive plays in the early,
Okay.
and then he didn't respond well to this. I think that's why I was able to win.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All right. Also, a question about the first game we saw today. There were a lot of liberators in play, actually, like right from the get-go. And I was kind of curious if this is something he's been trying to work out more so, or is this just something he had, just kind of did on the fly?
Can you please repeat the beginning of the question, please?
Oh yeah, in the first game we saw a lot of liberators being used, and pretty much right from the get-go as well. And I was just kind of wondering if it was something he thought of on the fly, or if is it something he's been trying out more so, or and how's it working out for him?
1세트 때 이제 해방선 그 기억하시나요?
네,
그걸 약간 준비한 빌드인지 아니면 즉흥적으로 한 건지 궁금합니다.
준비한 빌드는 아니고요. 그냥 예전에 좀 했던 건데 다시 해봤는데 역시나 별로 안 좋아가지고 그래서
So I didn't really prepare that build. This is something I used to do and I wanted to try. And indeed,
Alright.
it's still not good.
All right, that makes sense. Let's see. Let's do one more question, and then I'll let you guys go. Let's see. There's one more from Sushi here. Ghosts were buffed in the current patch, yet you don't need it to win TVPs, it seems. Do you think they aren't strong, or you just prefer your own style, more liberator and mine heavy?
이번에 제일 최근 패치에 유령이 버프가 됐는데, 오늘 토스전을 하면서 유령을 안 쓰시고, 약간 해방선이랑 땅거미 위주로 게임을
네.
하셨는데, 그게 유령이 안 좋아서인가요? 아니면 그냥 개인 스타일에 잘 안 맞나요?
그냥 무난하게 이렇게 흘러가면은 뽑겠는데 계속 뭔가 제가 빠르게 끝내려고 하다 보니까 막히고 상황이 불리해져서 유령까지 갈 그런 여유가 없어가지고.
Mm. So when the game goes just normally, I
Mm-hmm.
guess I would have gone for the ghost, but I was behind and I didn't have really the time to reach the ghost tech.
All
That's
right.
why.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right. I very much appreciate it for you guys joining us again. Hutchinson, thank you so much for joining us as well. It always adds a lot to the entire event. Very much appreciated. All right. Thank you. And hope to see you again.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
큐.
See you, INnoVation. Goodbye, man.
예.
Right. Absolutely great stuff, guys. Hope you had a good time as well. I always get a little bit fangirly when I have the Korean in chat, especially with even with Hajin's son there. Maybe that even makes it worse, honestly. Anyway, guys, I hope you had a good time. I certainly had. One more time, if you do this out, go check out GameStop.com or go check out 24-Hour Fitness. You know, it benefits you too, right? If you want to have a little bit more of gaming gear, or if you want to get into shape as well. Farm up those muscles, and yeah, all right. I've been Really Kozen. You can find me over here, Really Kozen. That's my Twitch or Twitter, and you're very much appreciated. See you all next time. We're gonna start another show actually in just about an hour and 15 minutes. That will be a game between Rodzin and Soler. So if you do feel in the mood for that one, make sure to check it out, guys. It's gonna start pretty soon on this same channel. And yeah. All right, have a good one. See you later. Bye-bye.